Her Excellency, the Ambassador of Uganda to the United States, Robbie Kakonge, the Princess of TOORO, Princess Ruth Komontale, and your husband, Philip, our distinguished guest speakers, the leadership of the TOORO Association, the Dallas leadership of TOORO, and also our local Dallas leadership. All protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all.
Good evening.
My name is Lambert Etibot. I am the president of the Uganda North American Association. I live here in Dallas, and I'm so happy to officially welcome all the TOORO family to Dallas. Thank you so much for coming to our beautiful city. I did not come alone this evening. I was accompanied by my beautiful wife, Mrs. Pamela Etibot. If you could just get up and wave to the crowd. Thank you. And I'm also humbled. This is my first time at a TOORO convention. I've been at Buganda Bumu, I've been at Basoga Twigaiti, I've been at Namka, and I've been attending all these different conventions, but I've not had a chance to attend the TOORO convention. And I must say, this is very, very awesome. So give yourselves a round of applause for that. And with that, I would like to ask all the UNA leadership to stand up so that you know I didn't come here alone. Our council representative is head of protocol this particular convention, Mr. Reverend Joseph Kamugisha. But I would like all the leaders of UNA, so we don't spend a lot of time, all the leaders of UNA in the room. We have two board of trustees. Could you guys just stand up for recognition? Fred Kamanya, most of you know him as Mr. Kamax. Please wait. Can I also ask past leaders to stand up for recognition? Please. I saw the past UNA presidents also. Okay, I see them back there. Thank you. Yeah, but as you can see, UNA is very well represented here this evening. And I would like to say this. The way these organizations were founded, it started from a good place, okay? We just were Ugandans living in another country that just wanted to get together and continue to socialize and carry on our cultures and do the things that we understand as immigrants in another country, okay? Now, I remember TOORO Association at one point used to meet with us during UNA conventions. NAMCA used to do the same. I believe Twigaiti and Lango and the Northern Uganda Forum, all of these associations used to be under one roof together with UNA. Now, there is a misconception that is out there that when you create your own convention, like now TOORO Association does, other people are viewing it as a breakaway from the main organization, you see. And I want to stand here firmly and tell you that is a very wrong perception, okay? That is growth. When we're still a very small number, they had to be under that umbrella. And as they grew, they moved on to do something bigger. The thing is, the tasks that have to be done, the projects that have to be done, the reach is so big, you cannot do it alone. And all we ask for is collaboration. Okay. In 2024, we began what we call a campaign to be intentional. Okay. Most of you noticed we went very silent on all the WhatsApp groups and all this engagement. That was intentional. We wanted to bring calm to the organization. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no way great ideas thrive in a chaotic environment. It is not there. You have to have calm for those ideas to be heard. And I can proudly tell you today that as UNA, we are getting those bright ideas. And a good one is my presence here at the TOORO Association. In a very special way, I would like to acknowledge and recognize in his absence the King, Oyo, the fourth, for his leadership. And I would also like, in a very special way, to recognize the local organizing team here in Dallas that put together this convention. Let's give them a round of applause. I spent a little time with Aunt Rita, I call her, Aki, and she said something very simple. She told me, Lambert, I don't know how you do this over and over in UNA. And I told her, you have to love our people to be able to do this over and over. Okay, because you can be very hard to keep organized, but we love you. Give yourselves a round of applause for that. Tonight, in a very special way, I would like to thank all the leaders in your different capacities, whether you're a religious leader, a leader of a local chapter, a business leader, in whatever capacity. And I want to encourage you, follow our structure, be intentional, and look for collaboration, okay? Because there are so many people out there that can build onto that you have started or that you intend to achieve. I would also like, in the same element of collaboration, to give a very special thank you to the ambassador and her leadership at the embassy. Before ambassador was assigned to the mission in Washington, DC, a lot of you would call us and complain about how the embassy is unreachable. You had so many complaints that, you put out there. When the ambassador came in, I remember one of the conferences we attended, she shared her number from the pulpit. Let's give her a round of applause for that. And since then, you've seen a lot of exercises, registration of national IDs, passports, all those systems have improved. And we applaud you for that leadership. We thank you so much. A lot of this convention had a lot of mental health elements talked about here and there. And it would be unfair for me to leave pulpit without also sharing something to do with mental health. Your tribe is your identity, okay? You do not choose to be born in that tribe, okay? It is similar to your race. You do not choose to be that race, okay? You're born in it. And the joy is only felt when you love yourself for being who you are, okay? There are a lot of stereotypes out there for every tribe, for, you know them. But understand this, strength is your identity. That is the beginning place. And I did mention that we, as Ugandans living in America, have the privilege of coming from a country where we have different tribes, okay? But just from the mention of your last name, I can tell whether you're from Central, TOORO, Acholi, just from the mention of your last name. These are things we should love, because this is who defines us. When I hear so-and-so is a TOORO, somehow I already know their culture and I can relate. Because like Madam Vivian was mentioning up here, we are polite, we are this. Already those attributes kick in and it helps you break into any environment, business, social networking, whatever it is, that really helps you, okay? So tonight, as a to action, be proud of your tribe to begin with, and be proud to be Uganda. Love your country. Uganda is a work in progress, but the opportunities will only be for those who have been paying attention to the progress in the country. And we are here in so many different capacities. Some of you have just come to the United States. We also have those that have been here for a very long time. It can be very challenging to balance the American lifestyle and the Ugandan lifestyle. But here is where the mental health element comes in. We are raising children here in America in a culture that is different from our own culture. Now put yourself for a moment in the shoes of that American child. They live in a home where the entire culture in that home is the culture, is the African culture, Ugandan culture, the TOORO culture, if I may say. And yet, school they attend is entirely the American culture. They are really doing two things at the same time. Then you add on all the stress that comes with the American culture. It is too much for one child to bear. I say tonight, we need to revert to the old ways. A child should be raised by a community. And how does a community raise a child? They have to be present in places like this. Our culture can be transferred through friends, uncles, relatives. Really, the more we communicate physically, the better it is to share. Other than communicating on the WhatsApp groups, it's not to help us grow as a community. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, I hope we can all take this very seriously. It is so tough to talk about mental health, but it is real. And there are percentages to it. Those in the medical field will help us understand it better. And it's sometimes hard to determine how bad it is, okay? But it does not help us as a community if we ignore this. With AI and the new technologies that are coming up, it is only going to be much more challenging, all right? So as I wind up here, I would like to thank you all for supporting TOORO as Dallas. Give yourselves a round of applause for that. And before I invite them, I would like to say the team at the UNAMS, at the Uganda North American Medical Society, partnered with UNAM for the very first time in New Orleans, and they are directly helping us in addressing all these issues. They will be doing continuous workshops on mental health, not just what they've done here, but they will be having many more. They will be also providing free healthcare checkups at the UNA convention in Denver. Therefore, I would like to invite all of you to join us in Denver from September 3rd to the 7th for our annual 38th UNA convention. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to thank all our servicemen that are currently serving and those that are out of service. A happy Memorial Weekend to you. Thank you so much for your service. Give them a round of applause. And at this point in time, I would like to invite
Before we invite Aisha,